Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Wilmington, North Carolina. We give thanks for an incredible day. Thank you, God, for this incredible day, this incredible congregation. And each and every one of you, we thank you for your presence. Those of you online, we wish you were here, and we know that whenever you're nearby, you're going to be here. We're going to start this service today with a roaring, rocking song. Let us all stand as we begin to sing this opening song to get us ready. Yes, we're rocking today. All right.
We come together to behold the power of love, the power of light. We come together to behold we are divine. Lift up our hands, oh, lift up our hearts, lift up our visions, lift into the stars, dance in the glory, well in the grace. See God in every face, see God in every face. We come together to behold the power of love, the power of light. We come together to behold we are divine. Lift up our hands, oh, lift up our hearts, lift up our visions, lift into the stars, dance in the glory, whirl in the grace. See God in every face, see God in every face. Lift up our hands, oh, lift up our hearts, lift up our visions, lift into the stars, dance in the glory, whirl in the grace. See God in every face, see God in every face, see God in every face.
Good morning. Unity of Wilmington Spiritual Center family. Good to see everybody here. Happy Sunday. My name is Ann Conlon, and I'm going to be your platform host for today. And happy to see, although I can't see, the people online, and of course the people here. Is anyone here for the first time? All right. What is your name? Monty. Well, welcome, Monty. And I know your name. We met outside there. We've got another Ann, spelled with an E. I told her we come from rich families to have the E. So welcome, Ann. If you're new to Wilmington of Unity of Wilmington Spiritual Center, there is a welcome packet at the back of the room, and people with the yellow tags on are our welcome hosts, and they will give you one. So please make sure you get one so you can learn a little bit more about what we're all about. And there's also an information card if you want to fill that out, and if you'd like someone to get back in touch with you, we will do that. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So one thing I got to remind everyone of is when you came to park in front of the church or on the side of the church, you probably saw 3 big orange cones. And those cones are there to reserve spaces for individuals who maybe have mobility challenges. We want to make it easy for them to get in the church and get back out again. So please honor that, and thank you for doing that. We always start our service by sharing together our mission and vision statement. So if you would read it with me, I would appreciate it. Unity Spiritual Center of Wilmington is a vibrant, inclusive spiritual community dedicated to expanding consciousness, inspiring personal transformation, and nurturing love and connection. And our vision is, united in love, the world celebrates joy, abundance, and harmony. And then we start to read our statement of truth, which I love. There is only one presence, and one power, active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And from there we have 3 affirmations that we repeat every week, which include, I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose, and I am in the right place at the right time right now. So I'm inviting up Teresa Rodriguez, who is going to read our daily word for today. She's also going to be the prayer partner. So if you want to meet with her after the service, she'll be over here, and she'll tell you more about that. Take it away, girl.
Gratitude. This is the daily word today, is gratitude. And if you would read the affirmation together.
Gratitude is my heart's song.
Gratitude is my heart's natural response when I think of the best life has to offer. But sometimes, when I compare my circumstances with someone else's, or when I am distracted by negative thoughts or challenging situations, my closed heart may feel resentment rather than gratitude. I let the first twinge of resentment remind me to return to gratitude. I pause, breathe, and remember the truth of my being, knowing I am a unique expression of God. I open my heart and realize again the divine presence that is always with me. I mindfully reconnect with the indwelling life, love, wisdom, understanding, and strength that have helped me grow through even the most challenging experiences of my life. My heart sings with gratitude. From Psalms 86, verse 12, I give thanks to you, O Lord my God, with my whole heart. And I am your prayer partner today, and if anyone would like to be uplifted and reminded of your divinity, which reminds me of my divinity, please meet me after the service. I would love to pray with you. And I just want to mention this too. There's prayer requests that we've passed out for World Day prayer event, and that you just write your name on it and you can put it in the prayer box. And that's separate from the prayer request forms over by the prayer box that you can fill that out for a little bit more detailed. And the prayer team will pray uplifting your prayers for 30 days, and it goes to Unity Village for another 30 days. Thank you. And now I'm going to invite Megan up.
I said, remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds in stands went wild. We were the kings and the queens, and they read off our names. Now you dance like you knew our lives would never be the same. You held your head like a hero on a history book page. It was the end of a decade, but the start of an age. Long live the wars we crashed through, how the kingdom might shine just for me and you. I was screaming, long live the magic we made, bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. I said, remember this feeling. I pass the pictures around of all the years years that we stood there on the sidelines wishing for right now. We are the kings and the queens. You traded your baseball cap for a crown. When they gave us our trophies, we held them up for our town. And the sinners were outraged, screaming, "This is absurd." 'Cause for a moment a band of thieves in ripped up jeans got to rule the world. Long live the walls we crashed through, how the kingdom light shined just for me and you. I was screaming, long live all the magic we made, and bring on all the pretenders. I'm not afraid. Long live the mountains we moved. I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. I was screaming, long live the look on your face, and bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered. Hold on to spinning around confetti, falls to the ground. May these memories break out fall. Will you take a moment and promise me this, that you'll stand by forever? But if God forbid fate should step in, force us into a goodbye, if you have children someday, when they point to the pictures, please tell them my name. Tell them how the crowds went wild. Tell them how I hope they shine. Long live the walls we crashed through. I had the time of my life with you. Long, long live the walls we crashed through. How the kingdom light shined just for me and you. Now we're screaming, long live the magic we made. Bring on all the pretenders. One day we will be remembered.
Thank you, thank you. I was so into the song. Let's give her another hand. Long life. You know, I've become quite a Taylor Swift fan. You know, that I think she writes far beyond her years. And I've watched her evolve from just being a kind of a bubblegum writer to one who really writes of substance. And, you know, as a musician, I always respect that. Well, today, before we get into our message, what a great day. And our meditation today is, we'll do a light meditation of seeing the healing light, seeing the inspiring light, and seeing that light just penetrate each and every portion of our bodies, of our minds, of our spirits, and helping us to radiate the love that is inside each and every one of us. So let us sit straight up in our seats. Close your outer eyes. Open your inner eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. in the space of peace and relaxation, I am at peace with myself. Let us affirm that together. I am at peace with myself. Just let that peace sink in. And as we are in this very peaceful state, we focus on the sun. We focus on the light. We see the sun rise above the horizon and make that arc coming down into our space, bringing light to our forehead, light that stimulates each and every cell in our brains and renews our thoughts, our feelings. And that light passes down through our neck into our heart space. And as that light radiates and fills your heart, it sends a vibration through your entire body that brings healing, brings wholeness, that brings joy. Just dwell in the light, knowing that each and every cell in our body is being touched by this light and being stimulated and energized. Take a deep breath. Just let it out slowly. And as this light passes down from our heart space into our abdomen, it brings a vibration of courage, a vibration of wholeness, vibration of healing each and every part of our bodies. Making us whole. And as that light passes down through our hips, to our legs, to our knees, it gives a warmth. It gives a light. It gives a vibration that brings us joy. No limitations, only possibilities. No barriers, only ladders to see more. No obstacles, only opportunities. So let us just let the light just sink in. Touching each and every part of our body. It makes us whole. I am whole. Let us affirm that together. I am whole. I am complete together. I am complete and I am enough together. I am enough. Take a deep breath. Together we say, and so it is. I love the guitar. I could feel it. Could you feel that? You know, music is so important in bringing a vibration to us of wholeness, of healing, and of all the good things that make our lives just do the right thing, do the good thing. Well, you know, I've missed you all. I mean, I was away last Sunday, and I felt like I thought I was on, I don't know where I thought I was, but I wasn't here, and I missed each and every one of you. So just please give yourselves a hand to let me know that you are glad to see me. I tell you, when I'm not here, I feel like something happened, you know. But today, this is, as we say, this is the fourth Sunday of the 8th month. Ross is moving on, man. It's moving on. And this fourth Sunday of the 8th month says that we have less than 5 months left to make this year our year for outrageous success. And so it's in this vibration that I want to welcome everyone here. Because today is a special day, a day that the Lord has sent. But today is a day that something is going to happen to each and every one of you in this room. Today is the day that each of us is going to make a breakthrough from limitations, from negative thinking, from negative emotions, and we're going to fly. Thanks to our visitors. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into. Visitors, raise your hand again so I can see you. Let's give them another big hand. Boy, you all didn't know you're all in for a trip today. But it's going to be a good trip. I love to start with an affirmation because this idea of limitation is something that we need to free ourselves of. I am ready to remove all limitations. Let's say that together. I am ready to remove all limitations. And we'll follow that with my favorite affirmation. I'm ready to fly together. I'm ready to fly together. You know what? I think that's a great affirmation. I'm ready to fly together. You know, it takes the mastermind principle, and that's what's happening today. We're all in this building, but we're all on one accord. And so I'm ready to fly together. Let's say that. I'm ready to fly together. Our theme for the month of August is possibilities. And I'm excited about possibilities because one of the great scriptures that I just love is Romans, the 12th chapter, the 2nd verse. And on this scripture gives the process to do whatever we need to do to change our lives. It says, be not conformed to this world, but be you renewed by the renewing of your mind. So no matter what is going on in your life right now, Cliff, you can fix it. Cliff is the fixer. Cliff is the fixer. He helps us fix stuff around here. Cliff always figures out beautiful ideas, beautiful ways. So thank you, Cliff. But it's that idea that we can change anything in our lives by changing our thinking. So our topic today is living beyond limitations. This last half of the year, I think it's important that we do something that my daddy used to call it straighten up and fly right. See, I know your age now. See, young folks go straighten up and do what? But straighten up and fly right. And that means straighten up means to keep your eye on the prize, to figure out what it is that you want. And to fly right is to do whatever is necessary to get there. But life has a way of presenting us with limitations and boundaries. You notice that? It seems like any time we're going down the road to our dreams that stuff happens. Limitations may be in the form of physical challenges. Sometimes our bodies act like they don't belong to us. You know, sometimes we're trying to go left and my right arm, sometimes I say, man, what are you doing? You know, yeah, I've been going for the therapy to get it better to lift. I don't know what I did. I'm not an athlete. I didn't hit anything. I didn't catch anything. But for some reason, my arm has been bothering me. But it makes me say, well, be still, arm, and get right. Sometimes it's financial struggles. I mean, this year, this cycle that we're in right now, there are a lot of people who are going to have financial struggles. And it may even be emotional wounds. You know, unfortunately, we are born into the world and we're under the care of other people who may or may not have the level of consciousness that's really good for us. So as children, we can get some serious emotional baggage that we don't even know we have. And that kind of stuff will come back at us as we're adults and be a limitation and undermine our efforts. And even society's expectations. So we have all of these limitations going on, but something happens. There's something about human beings that we have the ability to perceive that these limitations do not define us. We have the ability to rise above them. You know, every time we talk about the prodigal son, there's so much truth in that parable. And the prodigal son says, I will arise and go to my father. We have the ability to rise above whatever's been holding us back, any limitation. Napoleon Hill said, the only limitation is that which one sets up in one's own mind. Og Mandino took it a step further and said, or those that we permit others to set up for us. So the thought today is that these limitations are really illusions. We have internal limitations based on some of our emotional baggage and stuff that's happened in the past. Fear, doubt, negative self-talk. You know, one of the laws of success is the law of command, that a man shall have a mind. You know, men wrote the Bible. Boy, can you imagine what the Bible would sound like if a woman wrote the Bible? But men wrote it, so they always want to talk about he. But a mind shall have whatsoever it says. So many times our own negative self-talk. Does anybody here talk bad to yourself sometime? Yeah, I know. It's something, you know. I listen to myself talk sometimes and I want to slap myself. Anytime we say we can't, we put a ceiling on possibilities. I can't do this. I can't do that. And the amazing thing is that these limitations are only effective because we believe in them. You know, the three limitations that I just want to touch. There's one called lack of worthiness. That sometimes we can have a feeling inside that we're just not worthy of good stuff happening to us. I've heard people actually say an affirmation, man, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Somebody said that like Stephen Fetchit. Norman, you remember Stephen Fetchit, right? Yeah, that would sound like a Stephen Fetchit. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. But look what you're casting on yourself. So that lack of worthiness, sometimes the limitations that we have are because we don't feel we're worthy of the outcome we're seeking. We may be dreaming a dream that's so big that we say, no way I can accomplish that. Sometimes it's fear. Fear is a limitation that we put on ourselves, maybe fear of failure. You know, if you fail and fail and fail, eventually you may come to the conclusion that failure is what you are destined for. And I'll tell you one that really gets me is lack of love. That sometimes that lack of love creates limitations on our ability to respond to love and to give love. I think of the fleas in the mason jar, where you put the fleas in a mason jar, and after a while they keep jumping up and they hit the top and they bounce back down, and eventually they conclude, aha, I'm not going to jump that high anymore. I'm only going to jump this high because I don't want to bump my head. You can take the top off the jar and they still can't jump out. So we have to shift our mindset and challenge any belief that holds us back. We have to open our minds to a new mindset, new levels of creativity, new levels of resilience, new levels of success. I am worthy. Let's say that together. I am worthy. I am courageous. Together. I am courageous, and I am loved. Together. I am loved. Those three affirmations can set you up now to transform you so that when the limitation comes at you, you go, I'm worthy, I'm courageous, I'm loved, I can get through this. Vision helps us transform limitations into opportunities. A vision can help us transform an obstacle into a stepping stone. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, what happens? The people perish. Where you have no vision, you can't get to the promised land because you don't know where it is. The whole idea of Moses in the Bible is that the promised land is a place where they want to be that has all the stuff that you think would bring you joy. And so your promised land, we should have done a promised land meditation, Katie. That's one, a promised land meditation. Do that when you go home. Sit down and visualize everything you want in your promised land. All the how you feel. That's how you feel, what you want to look like. Who do you want around you? So this idea of having a vision gives you the power to see beyond the challenge. When David faced Goliath, David was thinking about that. Remember, there were some carrots at the king. He said, look, I'm going to give you riches. I'm even going to give you one of my daughters. Now, that motivates most men. Riches and a good wife? Yeah, you bet. So, in David faced Goliath, he had a vision of what his promised land could be. He could go from being what he was, a shepherd boy, to being a king, a man of wealth, a man of power. So whenever we see limitations, don't look at the limitation, look at the promised land. What's on the other side of the limitation? The other side of no is always yes. The other side of sickness is always health. The other side of poverty is abundance. So this idea of getting past your limitations is look for the promised land, look to the other side. When circumstances start to really get us, when Moses took the children of Israel to the Red Sea, that was a limitation. Because they're standing there by the Red Sea and they're going like, this is not good. And it tells you how like many of them are like, man, we need to go back. This is not good. But Moses had something powerful, and that's what we have. Each and every one of us has faith and vision. Moses had a vision of something better, a promised land, and he had faith that he can get there. And so this thought now of the power of faith and vision is your tool to get past your limitation. To have faith that you can do it, faith that you have the skill set, the mindset, and the vision of what you want to, where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have. This idea of vision is so powerful. I think of Helen Keller. She was deaf and blind from infancy. And she could have said, you know what, I'm just going to be a blind person. But through faith, through determination, and through Ann Sullivan, a lady who said, you can be more, you can do more. It's always good. We all need somebody to lead us to the next level. But this lady said, hey, you can be an author, you can be an activist, you can be a lecturer. And what Helen Keller proved was that vision is not confined to sight. Vision is a spirit. She had a powerful quote, and she said, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight without vision. Nelson Mandela, after 20 years in prison, he could have lost his vision. But in that time, he had a vision of forgiveness, of reconciliation. When he came out, he knew exactly what to do. And so when we have these different limitations, in our vision, we can see the way we want it to be. You see, your vision, nobody has any control over that but you. We can expand our vision, and one of the reasons we have challenges and obstacles is to make us see bigger. We always have a choice now. You know, there was a scripture, and Jesus said, let the weak say, I am strong. Actually, Isaiah said it. Let the weak say, I am strong. In other words, the vision that you have of yourself has nothing to do with your circumstances, your situation. So how do we move on? One thing that helps us is we get inspired by other people. I always loved my daughter's grandmother was an inspiration. She was a lady at 60 years old who decided to go to college. And all of her friends and family was like, you're too old. You know, I mean, really, come on now. What are you going to do with college? What's a 64-year-old college graduate going to do? She said, it doesn't matter. It's important to me. So I challenge each and every one of you. I guarantee you there's something inside that you want to do, something inside that you want to be, something inside that you want to have that you may be limiting yourself. And the message today is to go for it. Don't mess around. Go for it. The only limitation is your own imagination. If you can't see the dream, maybe that's why you don't get there. If you don't see the promised land, maybe that's why you don't get there. But if you can create the vision of the way you want your life to be, the person you want to be, the people you want around you, nothing is impossible. So every challenge is to help you see more. If David didn't have Goliath, we'd have never heard of him. Nobody writes a book about a shepherd boy. If Moses hadn't crossed the Red Sea, we'd have never heard of him. So this idea, many of the obstacles that challenge us in life are like the pressures that bring out your diamond nature. You know, chemically, a piece of coal is not very much different from a diamond. They're both carbon. So what's the difference? A diamond is like a piece of coal that has been exposed to intense pressure and did not buckle, did not quit, did not crush and become powder. So each and every one of us in here today, I tell you, when you came in, you all are going to realize your diamond nature of no limitations, and whatever it is you want to be, do, and have, it's going to get done. So let me give a little blueprint to help get past limitations. Number one, change your mindset. And your mindset includes not just the thought, but also the feeling about the thought. So now change your mindset from I can't to I can. Change your mindset from I am afraid to I am courageous. The Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a person thinks in their heart, so are they. So change your mindset. Any limitation, change, flip the switch. 2, take consistent action. You know, all the AA programs tell you just take one step at a time. And so whatever your new vision is, start taking small steps. You want to go back to college? Well, at least get a catalog. Go online, look up and see what it takes, see how much it costs. There's always something you can do right now to eliminate any limitation from your life. Number 3, this is a biggie. Surround yourself with positive people. Because when you surround yourself with positive people, you take advantage of the mastermind vibration which uplifts you. You know, Ross, as a musician, you may play a chord and you don't hear just the chord, you hear the overtones. And so when you surround yourself with people who love you and who believe in you, you get the vibration, the overtones that help uplift you and make you more powerful. And then finally, number 4 is an attitude adjustment. That anytime there's an obstacle, see it as an opportunity. Every roadblock is an opportunity to rise above it. Every wall is an opportunity to climb. That when you can do these things, limitations begin in your mind. Living beyond limitations requires faith and vision. It's not enough just to think differently. You've got to take action on it. And then use these 4 steps. Change your mindset. Take consistent action. Surround yourself with positive people. And turn obstacles into opportunities. Can you do that? Can you do that? Would that make an incredible difference in your life? No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. Well, let's stand and close out together. I'll say it and you repeat after me. I have a possibility mindset. Nothing is impossible. I take consistent action. Step by step. Day by day. I convert stumbling blocks to stepping stones. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. Give yourselves a hand. You may be seated. I told you you're going to be different. Y'all going to go out here flying today. It's time now for our, really, I don't like to call it an offering. It's like, it's a show of love. Right now, it's your opportunity to show love and that you believe in what we're doing. And let me tell you something. Y'all have been doing a magnificent job of it. So we have many ways that we can give to our church, PayPal, Venmo, but all of these are avenues to help you support what we're doing. Let us do our mantra together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. And now we will have our show of support. Thank you.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. Be a blessing to the world.
Let us take a deep breath and let it out slowly. We give thanks for this offering, this show of love, this show of support. We value each and every one of you, your contribution in financial, your presence, but most of all, your love. We know that this contribution, this collection is a seed, and we will make it grow to help us build Unity Spiritual Center of Wilmington to be the church on the hill, the light, the guiding light, to help us learn to be more, do more, love more, and experience more. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
I don't have time for dancing. That's just gonna have to wait a while. Ain't got time for messing around, and it's not my style. This old town can slow you down, people taking the easy way. But I know exactly where I'm going, getting closer and closer every day, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my share. There ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. I remember Daddy told me fairy tales can come true. You gotta make them happen, it all depends on you. So I work real hard each and every day. Things for sure are going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, I'm coming through, 'cause I'm almost there. Almost there. People gonna come here from everywhere, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. There's been trials and tribulations, you know I've had my share. But I've climbed a mountain, I've crossed the river, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
That was awesome, Megan. Really nice, really, really nice. Thank you. How about another round of applause for Megan? I'm so blessed to have you. Okay, it's time for announcements. Today, we have kirtan. Once a month, we do kirtan in the sanctuary, and that is a form of chanting and meditation, and it's really beautiful. It lasts an hour. Anyone is open to come, and we invite you to come. I'm going to go today. So anyhow, we also have a lending library down the hall, down where the youth room is, and there's lots and lots of metaphysical and spiritual books in there, and they're there for the taking. You can go in and borrow them for as long as you need them. Just sign them out, sign them back in when you bring them back, and enjoy them. I've been taking advantage of it, and it's really great. There's a lot of great titles in there. Okay, the WOW Book Club. I went for the first time on Friday, and it was pretty awesome. It's at 10 o'clock. WOW is Words of Wisdom Book Club. And what was kind of nice about it, I didn't know much about it, but I decided I really wanted to just read and converse with other people in the community about spiritual issues. And anyhow, so it was very worthwhile. And the other cool thing is you don't have to read the book before you come. You read it in the class and then talk about it. That was pretty awesome. Okay, community outreach. And that's how we put our faith into action. Like, what do we do to give back? Every 2 months, we have a nonprofit or cause that we support by providing items that they need. And this month and last month, we've been working with an organization called Operation Pretty Thing that supports women who have lived with or are living with domestic violence. And so their whole mission is to help raise these ladies up and feel better about themselves, because they can't be feeling too good about themselves when they're being treated that way. So we've put out a list of things that they've requested, and they work with them on makeup, lipstick, nice things for ladies. There's a basket out on the door, by the doorway there, and a list. If you go online, Operation Pretty Things, they give you a shopping list of things you can just get. I went on Amazon, because they have them on Amazon too, ordered a bunch of things and brought it in. So if you're so moved, please do. Coming up, starting in probably October, we're going to go beyond just bringing things in to support some of these nonprofits that are doing wonderful work in our community. We're going to actually get involved and perhaps go and help serve the homeless at Good Shepherd, or help with the food bank at the food bank that supplies the food and things for people that have food insufficiency in Hanover County. You'll learn more about that. So there's going to be something this coming Wednesday, the 27th, called Meditation in Motion. And I wish Shirley was here to explain it. I have a feeling there's going to be meditation and movement that goes with it, so that should be a lot of fun. Once a month, there's a dinner. We're all members of Unity, and anybody you want to bring with you is invited. This month, it's going to be at Marina Grill. That's going to be on August 28th. You meet there at 6 p.m. Everybody know where Marina Grill is? If you don't, you can ask me after. It's down by the waterfront. It's lovely. Say that again? So it's now the 27th, not the 28th. Well, it didn't get changed on this paper, so the 27th. Please go. There's going to be a new member class for those of you that are new to Unity and you really want to understand what we're all about. On September 8th, nope, it's the wrong one. We're looking at the wrong, September 7th. And that is a Sunday, and that happens right after the service. Is that correct? 12:30, okay. So if you're interested in learning about what Unity is all about, come next week and learn about it. Reverend Ellen does something once a month also called Spiritual Sisters, where the ladies get together. She often has a speaker that she's invited with interesting topics. People bring their lunch, and it's a great way to get to know each other. World Day of Prayer, big Unity. Unity World Services has a prayer day every year where you have the opportunity to come together and pray for whatever prayers you might have and the prayers of others in our community. The prayer day is September 11th. It's September 11th every year. And there are prayer slips over here in the prayer box that you can take out specifically for World Day of Prayer. And that World Day of Prayer will happen here. You can pray from anywhere, but from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., the chapel here will be open, and people can stop in and just sit quietly, meditate, whatever, say your prayers. And there'll be several people that are willing to read the names on the prayer sheet. So when you fill out a prayer sheet, you don't have to give all the information. Just write the name of the person that you want to pray for. If it's yourself, put your own name down. And during that 8-hour period, we'll be speaking the names out loud of the people on the list. So it's very lovely. There's going to be, I don't know who's doing it, but something called Signs of Alzheimer's, I'm always questioning myself, on September 17th from 6 to 7. Anybody know where it's going to be? In here? In the sanctuary, okay. 6 to 7, do you know who's doing it? Oh, the Alzheimer's Association. Okay, great. So that's something you might want to put on your calendar. Okay, there's lots of things that go on in this beautiful community. So take advantage of them, come in, meet your fellow congregants, get to know them better. To find out all the things that are going on, go to our website, unitywill.org, hover over Connect, and you can sign up for the newsletter there, and that will come to your inbox every week, giving you information about what is going on, what you don't want to miss. You can click on events, and it'll list all the events that are happening. You can join our Facebook page, and in the community room, where hopefully everybody will go over there for some refreshments and fellowship, there are handouts and places where you can sign up for some of the different things that are happening. Okay? So, every week we honor some of the teams. This community can't do this by ourselves. There's just not 4 or 5 people. So we all have to get involved, and we invite everyone to get involved in some way. There are many ways you can do that. You can be part of the welcome committee, you can be part of hospitality, and many, many other things. And it might take you an hour a month just to do something to help build this congregation. So please take advantage of that and see where you can fill in and use your gifts and talents to make a difference. Over here on the left, you'll see this is our Thrive in 25 board. That is our theme for 2025, was Thrive in 25. And you can put up there things that you've accomplished, that you feel good about, that you feel like you're thriving, or things that you feel about yourself. And I took a couple off to read just to give you an idea, and also maybe to inspire you to think about something you can write. So one of them said, prayed for a job, and it was a perfect fit at the right time and in the right place with the right people. Woohoo, whoever that is, congratulations. Another one was actually letting go and letting God. Wow, sometimes that's a tough thing to do. And then we also had these I am slips, and somebody said, I am happy, joyful, and grateful. Woohoo! I want to be all those things. One more refresher about World Day of Prayer. That's what the prayer slips look like. So you can just grab an empty one, fill in the names of people you would like, not only us here, but all of Unity all over the world, all over the U.S. And in Unity Village, we all are doing a Unity World Day of Prayer on the same day, and we'll all be praying for all the intentions. So fill your form in just with the person's name or people's name you want us to pray for. Drop it in the prayer box. And remember, you can come in anytime between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on September 11th. Just sit here in the vibration and take it in. Pray for others. And it's open to everyone, so please come. We'd love to see as many people here as possible. Okay, Herbert, take it away.
Wow. Seems like we've been here a long time, doesn't it? But once again, just thank everybody for your presence today. I was thinking, number one, Wednesday night, the Unity Dinner, I'm going to go to that. I think that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I like the Marina Grill, and so if you can, that's a great outing. It's right on the waterfront where people park their big yachts. You know, yeah. Oh yeah, they have some serious yachts there. I love other people's yachts, other people's boats. Okay, but I'm looking forward to that. And as I was sitting here, I was thinking, ever wonder after service, he said, "Man, you know, I have questions about this, that, or the other. We're going to be talking about miracles next week." And I was thinking that maybe after church, I was at a church once, and maybe at 12:30. I'll have a little, we won't call it a question and answer, but we'll just have a little spiritual lesson. and some of the questions you may have about stuff that we teach or things that happen in life. And I think I'll just do that. Maybe we'll do about a half hour to 45 minutes and experiment. That's the 5th Sunday, so we'll just see. But that way it gives you a chance to chat, be informal, and we'll talk about stuff, about the Spirit and how the principles can be put into action. Sometimes you may have a question about, how stuff happens in your life. How can this be that, God created all of this, and where do we fit in the overall scheme of things? Well, we're a part of God, and God is a part of us, and we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So I'm going to do that next week. You think that's a good idea, Janice? Yeah. Thank you. So 12:30, we'll finish the service, get a bite, and then we'll come in and just get into it. Any thoughts you have? I think I've covered everything, have I? Yes, I have. And so let us be prepared to, let's see, we got all of our stuff up here, the platform stuff, we've got all that. We need to have our singers come up. We're going to get ready to close out. And then we have our closing prayer for protection. And it's coming right away. It's on the way, the prayer for protection. It's coming through the mail. Well, I'll tell you, these days, the mail's terrible. So let us stand, and then we're going to make our circle. We're going to make a big circle. I think we can just about go around the whole building today, don't you think? Yeah. Okay, let's do our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God unfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So we're going to make a big circle around the room. I think we can do it this time. Yes. Okay. And then here, yeah. We're getting there? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Just stretch out a little bit on that side. Let's see. Merritt, move a little that way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Just move.
Yeah. We got it. Okay.
That was great.
There we go.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Protect each and every one of us. May the Spirit of God move through our bodies, through our minds, and through our spirits to uplift us and make us free, make us healthy, make us full of joy. May the love of God just make us feel whole and complete. And may the wisdom of God guide us each and every step of the way, always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. Give yourselves a hand. Woo.